curves, post-infinity cycle, is I would make sure that the up, I think this is the down, the up is here, and or maybe there. So you have this, yeah, and I can bring this down a bit. It might be too exaggerated, but then you have this, yeah, up and down motion. And then again, you're doing the same thing with the twisting, the body twisting. You're going to go, and when the leg is outstretched in this direction, I'm going to make sure that it is twisting towards, in the same way that the top, these work in alternative fashion. Like I'll show you. If I go like this, you can see in the same way that when the shoulder points towards this here, because it's, see, when this leg is out like this, then I have this pushing in this direction, yeah, twisting that way, twisting there, rotate Y, and when it's back this direction, I have it twisting this way, yeah. And again, here's the thing, I'm animating this, but I don't need to. I can get rid of this because I've got all this animation on this, and I can just go into the rotate Y, which I have here, and I can copy this, edit, copy. I can go to this. I can I'm just going to press a key, so I've got my rotate Y, and I'm going to go on frame 1, edit, paste. Now this will initially be in the wrong place. Curves, pre-infinity, cycle, curves, post-infinity, cycle. So I just want it twisting. So when this foot is forward, I want it twisting this way. So let's see with this. Yeah, so like that. So you see? So just by, so I can reuse curves all the time. This is the thing. This is a good thing about Maya. You can just reuse stuff, you know. So now he's kind of walking along. It needs a lot of finessing, but you know, you've got some, and then I do the same thing that I would do with the rotations of the pelvis. So going into this again and rotating up. So let's see, so here I'm going to rotate this up like that. So, and yeah, listen, like I said, I can just copy the rotations here. Here's me about to do it again. I don't need to. I've got the rotations on this. So I can just copy these, edit, copy. I can go to this, and I can go to the rotate R. I can just paste it on anywhere, paste, and then I can make sure this is looping. Hang on, something's happened there. Let's see. Rotate R. I'm going to go back to this again. And we've got a stray. Seem to have a stray keyframe there somewhere. Hang on. Just go back and try it. Make sure it's on frame number 1. Go to rotate R, edit, paste. That's better. And then curves pre-infinity cycle, curves post-infinity cycle. Okay, so I want this kind of coming up. See what happens. So make sure I've got the right way around. So when this is, when that is like that, I think it should be. Is that twisting? I can, but by dragging one of these down, I can find out it's going. Yeah. So it's like that. So then we've got this, which. So we've got this. And of course these legs. Yeah. So, of course, if something was walking, its head wouldn't be bobbing around like this. The head stays relatively fixed. So I'd go into the front view and adjust that. That's quite an easy fix. And that is, you know, on frame number 1, have the leopard's head towards us. And on frame, remember this is still a 31 frame cycle, so have this like this. Or even, actually perhaps even easier than doing this, I can use this controller up here just to make sure that the head is fixed. So I'll try this again. So go to 1, go there and go to 31. Then I'll go this 16 is way over there. Yes, there we go. This is very exaggerated, but you know, we can, yeah, and we can adjust this. But anyway, so we got this, yeah, and you can always bring down things if it's too much. The up and down movement's probably a little bit excessive in this one, so I can just shrink this down. Yeah, so you can go. So you've got this. Maybe a bit too much in the back as well. Okay, so got this. Then I'm trying to make sure that these kind of bits of the, now remember this cycle we started at frame 25, so I'm gonna have to work from in this part. I can't work from this bit here, because if I make a keyframe here, it will just destroy the cycle because it's looping all this information backwards. So I'm just going to go and check what's going on here. So I got that and that, and then it comes up like this. And okay, this maybe I want to be a bit more like that. Actually, no, that's fine. No, it's is this one here? Yeah, pull this back a bit. No, is it this? Maybe it's that one there. I certainly need to bring this foot up a bit. Looks like it's dipping through, so I'd go and where does this cycle start? This starts at frame 9, so from frame 9 I'm gonna try and pull this up using this. I'm gonna save again. Okay, so that, and then and again the same thing happens here. You have this kind of twist in the back of the foot, and I'll get rid of the twist here. Oops, not too much, just a bit more like that. So you've got this kind of, it moves back and then goes like this. Okay, so that's essentially how the, and this, because we've made sure that it was this was that all the stride length is the same and it is at constant speed. That means that if I was to animate this, it's not ready for it yet, by going to the translate Z and just imagine I animate this forward, just to show you. If I do this, and I'll just go curves, post infinity, cycle with offset, curves, pre-infinity, cycle with offset. So what happens now, if you watch, is right now, if I was to let this, it's going too fast, but I can bring this down, and you'll see that eventually, now it's going too slowly. Look at that. It's still going a little bit too slowly. the joys of doing it this way means that the leopard will now walk. Yeah? Because we've sorted it out that it doesn't have, it's walking at a constant pace. Now, of course, there's loads of issues with this. I'm just going to make this so we've got this, and I'm just going to go in and make sure that this is looping, so that curves pre-infinity cycle, curves post-infinity cycle. So this head is, I can see the head's rocking a bit, but you can, we'd fix this afterwards. Okay, so we've got this essentially, and then what I would do is I would propagate some of this animation into this controller here. So presently we want to get some of this animation onto this. I mean, the rig has given us a little bit, but not that much. So I can take this, these 31 frames, copy it, I can paste it onto this, maybe at frame, I don't know, 4, or maybe I'll go at frame 6, paste, and then I'll make sure this is looping. And then of course then you have this, this might be a bit much, wait a minute, where does the, maybe I go back a bit, maybe more like that, maybe more like frame 4. And I can see that the up and down motion is too much here, so I'll drop it down a bit. And I'd probably take all the controllers in this and I just minimize them down slightly, so everything's a little bit less pronounced. Oops, not the scale though. Sorry, everything minus the scale. I'd probably pull it down a bit, just so you've got some animation in the body. Yeah, and now, you know, there are other things we still have to use these controllers to get these shapes working better. You know, you want the you want the leg to kind of react when it hits the ground. In terms of the, I mean, just, you know, keeping the cycle basic, but in terms of the neck, obviously you want to get the head in the right position. It's a very important thing, is posing your animal. So, you know, I can see that here this neck is wrong, so I really need to drop this down a fair bit. So I'd pull this down like this. I don't want it to be looking like so. So pull that down. Yeah, it's a bit more like this. And then I basically, you know, the up and down motion of this up and down motion, I'm going to copy this. Just going to copy this frame, edit, copy, and I'm going to put this on the Z rotation of this leopard. So I'm going to paste this on here. I'm just going to make sure it's the head's at the right bit, and that will give me. And I'm going to offset it, so I'm going to have it maybe starting in frame 3, and then I'm going to take this rotation again, edit, copy, and I'm going to paste it onto this controller and have it at frame 6 again in the rotate Z, because that's this up and down motion. It just happens to be this. Edit, paste. If I can find it, there you go. And curves, pre-infinity cycle, curves, post-infinity cycle. So then you're going to have this. It's beginning to look a bit more natural. Okay, so then you got that. And you notice it just, you got this thing going on.